welcome back. Today's Midday Makeover segment, we have Anna Elizabeth. She's part of the Wellness Arts Network, and she's the owner of the 5 Facets of Healing. So today she's going to tell us what the 5 Facets of Healing are. It's all about healing and overcoming grief. So Anna, thanks for coming in this morning, or this afternoon.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. So what are the 5 Facets of Healing?
The 5 Facets of Healing are actually the universal resources that we're all born with. And we tend to compare ourselves to one another as far as success or grief and how we move forward. So the 5 facets are actually the academic, emotional, physical, social, and spiritual sides of the self. Okay. They show us that at our foundation, we all have and are born with the exact same things to help us navigate life and loss.
And so you focus on grief, and how do you work with people through these 5 facets and to overcome that grief?
My focus is actually on the healing side of loss and grief.
Okay.
We have countless resources, valuable resources that help us understand and navigate grief. But in my experience, I found that it's beneficial to give equal attention to the healing side, to the healing elements. And what I found is that by empowering people with healing tools and resources, it actually helps them to move through the grief phases and to go on to live their best personal, professional, and philanthropic life in the face of whatever adversity they're dealing with.
Nice. Now, obviously, grief comes in all shapes and sizes and situations. So there are certain type of loss that you really focus on healing, or do the 5 facets, can they work for anything?
They work for anything, and actually when I'm working with people, we look at all the losses. In our culture especially, we tend to hold up the death of an individual as the ultimate loss, and really that tends to minimize or deny other forms of loss that can be equally significant in a person's life. And I've identified 5 umbrella categories, which are death, despair, disaster, disease, and dysfunction. But then underneath that are all the subcategories that are equally important. For instance, the death of our hopes and dreams, or even a lifestyle, could have a significant impact on a person's life, as might the death of a loved one. Wow. So we look at them all.
Now, really quickly, before we wrap this up, you do have a personal story that has gotten you into this business. Do you want to share that?
I do, thank you. This Thursday, my oldest son will turn 27. Unfortunately, he died following unexpected complications during delivery.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for that. What I've learned is that, you know, the question that drove me was, how is it that some people can go on to live happy, healthy lives following tragedy, while others succumb to things like despair, drugs, depression, a life void, or suicide? And so that question drove me for years, and ultimately the answers that I found led me to the 5 facets to help others.
Wow. Now, if you would like to get in touch with Anna and learn about some of these 5 facets of healing more, or work with her, she does have a business down in Pine City, Elmira.
Actually, my office is in Elmira, New York,
okay,
in the Strathmont building.
Okay, and we'll put that contact information on our website for you. But we do have to take a quick break. So Anna, thank you so much for coming in
and
teaching us about the 5 facets of healing. You're welcome.